punches, being able to punctuate, taking advantage of the ring space. You're starting to see it more in that last round.
Yeah, and I think right now, if this corner is smart, they can tell him to put a little bit more pressure and let his hands go. Yep. Just let his hands go.
That's simple.
He's throwing that one, but there's nothing coming behind that one. You got to add on.
Yep.
Fuck that. Can't let this dude have this shit. How you feel? All right, come on, man. Come on, show me, dog. Pick this shit up. Deep breath. Come on. We got to step our foot on it. Step on this gas, dog. Come on, 4 more rounds, man. Change your shit. Change your shit.
And for the first time in the fight, I think we're going to ask, what are the adjustments for Sharon Carter in this round, right? For the guy that looked like he had started to find his legs in the second and third rounds there. He's going to have to make some adjustments because he was getting tagged at the end of that round with some jabs and right hands. You saw some big, deep breaths in the corner there coming into round 5.
Adjustment 1. Don't find yourself up against the ropes. Move more.
Chavez once again looking to cut the ring off. There goes a right hand to the body.
That was nice. You know, he had him against the ropes, went to the body. Now he's got him in the corner again, going back to the body.
Combination there from Barrientos.
Go back, go back.
Carter ties him up.
Nothing landed of note there, but, give Carter something to think about. Next time he ends up in that corner, Barrientos should find the mark.
And you know what it did, Antonio? There were no punches coming back at him. It gave him an avenue to just be offensive and really let those hands go.
And right now on that back foot, he has to be pushing off with that jab and then bring that right hand. It's just nothing coming behind the first one. Good shot with the left hand.
Barrientos is starting to heat up. He's getting closer. He closed the distance.
Right there, dig to the body, though. Bang to the body.
Right there to the body from Barrientos.
Look, here you are, right back in this
Beautiful
corner.
Combination.
Move over, move over.
Now they're landing.
Looking to the body and upstairs as Chavez Barrientos letting his hands go here in round number 5.
Found the rhythm. It took him a few rounds. So you can see the distance has completely closed.
And again,
he's letting those hands go more, and he's landing more.
And one thing about these veterans, they can go good for about 3-4 rounds, but past that,
it's a little tougher there.
Yeah, where's Plan B from Carter?
Good body shot.
Because he's now a stationary target. He's in another corner.
Right now, Chavez Barrientos is in full attack mode.
He's picking it up, guys. Look at that jab work.
To the body, and that one stung. And you're seeing the deep breaths out of Sharon Carter. You're seeing him feeling those body shots, Antonio. Just like you said, just go right back to the well there. And now Carter's backing himself.
He'll be able to stop him at this rate.
Yeah, I think the young man's taking over control now.
Huge shots.
That's the work we're looking for in the corner.
Move up, move up.
As long as he don't get countered, he good.
Got to stay defensively responsible in these flurries of nice right hand.
Carter fought his brother.
Move.
He's working.
It's a family affair here in the Caribe Royale.
It'd be nice if this kid can knock and stop this man. Stop Carter. It'd be great.
He's only been stopped 3 times in his 25 fights. So
Come, move.
Look like he's bleeding from the nose. Been good work, good offensive work.
Big right hand. Did Angel stop?
Again.
1 second, sir.
No punch.
Because that'll be something to be talked about at the dinner table if Angel didn't stop him.
Wait, disqualification.
Oh, DQ. Okay.
At the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas.
Oh, big right hand there and a little bit of a slip.
No.
Little pirouette there.
Time.
It might take a little bit more pressure for Chavez to get the result he wants.
I'll tell you what,
this knockout.
Fight 1 of the night, Tarver is locked.
Oh, of course.
I love it. It is just inspiration.
And by the way, gentlemen, go ahead and say hi to that camera right there. Listen, you guys haven't seen it, but Antonio's almost knocked Dan out 3 times.
He's waving. We got to get an Antonio Tarver camera because this is fight 1. I'm like, hey, man, we got a lot more to go.
Right.
But
I love the passion.
Exactly. It's
the passion.
It's the Celsius Limited Essential Energy, and it's the passion for the sport, man.
Right.
They can't champ. They can't understand. You've been in there at the highest level, so when you see it, it's just inside you. It's just a part of you.
And it's these 2 guys in there, too. They're fighting pretty good.
It's heating up. It's heating up real nice. The first 3 rounds were a little more technical, and then these last couple rounds, it's been all Angel Barrientos. He had Carter up against the ropes several times, and he's starting to find a home for those big, thundering power shots. I would like to see a stoppage. I'd like to see a guy, grit, step down, step on it. That's what I'm looking for, and get a stoppage.
Here we go with round number 6, and you really start to see the tide turn in the last round. You started to see that offensive pressure actually pay dividends for Barrientos, and you started to see Sharon Carter slow down very quickly. I think if you wanted to see the stoppage, it begins in this round because, again, you've seen the holes now. You've seen Carter become very defensive.
And there he goes again with his back to the ropes, and the young man fired off. But he still got to be cautious of the counterpunch coming back.
Short right hand right there.
Boy, if that would have landed.
No, let it go.
Jeez Louise, what a shot.
No punch, no punch.
Come on, man.
No. Listen to me. You have to hold him.
Sharon Carter's complaining about a shot
hold him.
behind the back
That doesn't
there.
happen.
And he's talking to the referee about it. And here's Barrientos right back on him. Oh, almost punches him through the ropes there.
Yeah, his knee touched the canvas, you know?
Got a little close there, but Carter stays on his feet.
I saw a knee.
Here comes Barrientos again on the jab. And
Not
right
behind the head,
now,
not behind
Carter
the
is in, I think, full survival mode, looking to try to
No punch.
avoid
Stop.
most exchanges by either clinching or getting out of the
We
way.
got 8 minutes.
I think if Chavez had a 1-2, straight down the pipe, he can get this guy out of there.
And you say that because, Antonio, he keeps going to that overhand, keeps looking for the hook shots, the things around the guard, but it's right there. And again, we all know this. The straight punches beat looping punches every time. And it's maybe a little bit easier if you are Sharon Carter to see those hooks coming and shell up and get out of the way. But that 1-2 down the pipe, it's harder to avoid.
Oh, Carter's hustling right now, man. He's going to try to survive this round and survive this fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I want Chavez to get a little bit more aggressive and get a little more meaner. Get this guy out of there.
How tough is it, champ, when a guy is in there to survive versus in there to fight, to really put that pace on him and get him out of there? Is that a little tougher to do?
Not really. You just
No.
got to get your flow. You got to find your flow. But the, when you in a fight and you feel that you got this guy, that takes you to the next level.
Nice jab there,
The
Barrientos.
jab is working fabulous right now.
Carter's moving a lot more this round.
You see a lot of those big breasts, big right hand there for Barrientos. as he
Now he's
goes.
That hurt him.
Yep. And now he's holding.
Thank you.
Carter's holding. Veteran move there.
Back, no punch.
That was the
Beautiful
best shot
level
of the night.
change, too.
Hey.
Left jab to the body and then the right hand upstairs. He did not see that. There's another jab.
Now he got to keep his distance. He can't be too close and let this guy grab him. You know what I mean?
No punch.
Keep your space. He could have stopped that guy.
Last 26 seconds here in round 6.
Carter's surviving now. He's not even looking for anything offensively. 1-2 right there down the pipe. He's out of there. And you got to learn how to cut the ring off. Still a young fighter, though.
Yep. Last few seconds here. Chavez tries to chase down his opponent. And Carter looking to run a marathon in round number 6.
Impressive with Carter in terms of his being able to move like that.
Yeah.
After getting hurt, ever getting hit to the body for the last 3 rounds.
L-stepping, pivoting out. He has all the moves.
He was moving that round. Wasn't winning the round, but he was definitely moving a lot better
I'll
than
take
I
him
thought
to
he
the
would
Cotton
be.
Eye Joe, and we'll hit a line dance. You know what I mean? But as we look through these replays, champ, what are you seeing from the last round here?
Well, that right hand came right after the jab, and it landed perfectly. I just think if he can put those combinations together, he'll have more success. Look at that right hand, perfectly timed. Body shot right there. But this is where you go back and watch this video and get better. You learn from the mistakes and the things that you can do better with your team.
And it's so important, right, for these kind of fights early on where, we've seen Chavez, we've seen Angel Barrientos, and they've pretty much put it on everybody they've been in there with. He's doing that, but also having a little bit of resistance, learning some things, especially with a guy like Sharon Carter, who's a great athlete and is able to really elongate this fight. It's going to teach you things you can't maybe learn in sparring.
That's it.
Hats off
Hit
to the
that's it.
matchmaker.
Absolutely. That's all we're doing here at Prospects is bringing the next generation of boxing forward for you folks to see at home, even though this one's on a dark match. Nice left hand to the body there. And again, we see Carter looking to potentially survive this 7th round.
Step.
A couple of shots there in the clinch.
No punch, no punch, no
Barrientos.
punch. No, holding both.
Barrientos let both hands go. He need to let both hands go. Both hands. Beautiful.
Nice body work there from Barrientos. He punctuates it with the jab.
Right now.
The basic 1-2. The basic 1-2.
Time.
We got a time here.
Hey, listen to me. You know how tall, hit me on the head. 1 point.
Wow,
point.
no warning there.
1 point.
And you
You
said
understand me?
he lost
Hey,
a
look at me. You
disqualification. He
understand?
might have
You
been
understand?
disqualifying getting
Where you
out of the
wanna go?
fight.
What, the brother?
Yeah, you
Time
say he
in.
lost
Look.
by disqualification.
Yeah, Carter did.
And when you're talking about a
No holding.
veteran, Dan, is that a tactic that you see some guys use? It's like, okay, we
He knows every tactic.
let me try to just get through this fight in any way I can.
Any tactic, every tactic. Survive in advance.
Nice short right hand there from Barrientos.
He didn't even give him a warning. It was an immediate
Straight to
point
it.
deduction.
There was some talk going on there in the last round and the round before that between Carter and the referee. I didn't hear exclusively what, but yeah, no warning.
There you go. Corner work, corner work. This is where Barrientos has shined the last couple of rounds. Carter gets out, weasels out.
Look where Carter's left hand at. It's in the bread basket. That's why I say that 1-2 will be effective, but you got to be able to see it.
Big right hand
Be
there.
careful, be careful.
Chopping right
Be
hand, and
careful
that's what
behind
you're
the
looking for, Antonio.
Now, he didn't back up
Back. No,
to
no,
prevent
no punch. Break.
Carter from holding. See, he could have slid back and still been in position to punch.
Nice
There you
jab
go.
there. Walks forward, double left hand, triple left hand.
He may not be throwing that 1-2 that you want, Antonio, but he's doing
No
a
punch.
phenomenal job of pushing Carter into corner and up against the ropes.
And
Move it,
going
move it,
to the
move it.
body. Good right hand. Going to the
Like, the
body.
footwork has been nice.
Again, right behind the jab. Combinations from Barrientos and a flurry back from Carter. That's one of those get-off-me flurries.
Look how Barrientos is staying in the front. If he throws combination and pick a side, he'll still be there to bang him out.
Instead of saying right on that center line,
Right on that center line, right.
give a different angle, open up some more things for you to do offensively.
And also,
No punch. Break.
just think about his
Hey,
counter
listen to me.
punching.
No, again.
Think about
Hey,
inserting
okay.
some counter punching in there. Good shot.
Nice right hand over the top there from Barrientos, and he follows it up with the left hook.
No holding.
Jab as well.
Move it, move it, move it,
Everything
move it,
going
move
the way of Chavez Barrientos in this 7th round. And now you're seeing the confidence out of the young man. Now you're seeing maybe what we wanted to see a little earlier, but everybody moves at their own pace, and he's finding it in this 7th round. We got one more. And we've been through 7 rounds, gentlemen, of pretty much domination from Chavez Barrientos. If you're in the corner of Chavez, you go for that punctuation mark here in the 8th, or do you just keep doing what you're doing?
I mean, I don't know if he's, to be honest, I don't think he's going to go for the knockout. I think he's content with what he's been doing for the last couple of rounds. I haven't seen him kind of go into that 2nd or 3rd gear that Antonio was talking about. I mean, I would love to see it. I just don't think we are.
If it was me, I'm going for the knockout every
You're
time.
like, what kind of question is that, Wade? Come on now. They called him the Magic Man for a reason.
It's nice to get that exclamation point, you know? That KO win on BoxRec really looks nice.
Absolutely. And I think it does, again, we've talked about development of a fighter. I think Chavez can easily win this fight by just doing what he's done. But having that punctuation mark, having that moment where you worked for that knockout and then got it, I think is so much more to the development of a fighter.
Move it, move
I
it,
really
move
like
it,
the way
move it, move
Chavez
it.
is moving right now. He's putting his upper body in the
Good
mix.
job, Smuggy. Good job.
You
Starting
feel me?
more
He's breaking,
feints.
he's breaking.
Yep.
It's like he's getting his rhythm better. Good right hand.
Yep.
I just think he needs to commit to what he's doing. Commit to it.
You saw a little bit of that counter punching on display there. That offensive counter fighting, and here we go again with Carter in the corner. A little bit of a shot behind the head there, but referee kind of warns him. But yeah, you're absolutely. It's no question you're seeing more confidence out of Chavez Barrientos in this last round, and now we're a bit more in that flow state.
The flow state, first of the night.
It makes it back to prospects. Oh,
Good right hand. Good right hand.
good shot there from Barrientos.
Carter holds.
No punch.
And
Break.
Antonio, you've
No
talked about it a
punch.
couple of times. How do you prevent that, right? Is it just a little bit of overzealousness from the young fighter, and Barrientos getting caught in some of these clinches because he wants to be so forward and he wants to let his offense go? How do you prevent those clinches that he's getting?
Well, when you throw your punches, you got to just step back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Move it,
Slide
move it,
back
move
or
it.
pick a side, right or left. You know what I mean? Angles. But that comes with experience. You know what I mean? You got to learn that in the gym.
Barriente's looking to set things up, showing him that backhand.
Give me one violent one, too.
Antonio's begging for it. He needs that one. He said, please. And it's there. You're right. You know, that's the shot that I think is the only thing we maybe haven't seen from Barriente's on the offensive side is that setup and punctuation on the 1-2.
And it's that right hand right behind the jab. And it got to already be in motion.
Does look like Sharon Carter has found a bit of a second wind here in this 8th round. He's planted his feet a little more here.
He's in really good shape. I'll give him that. I mean, he's been able to move a lot. You know, I thought he was going to be out of there in the 5th or 6th round, but he has shown a good chin. He has shown to be durable, and there is a market for those types of fighters.
Yeah, those guys that don't lay down.
The Zone is the home of boxing, with over 150 live fights a year.
It's over! There's no way back from this, surely!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
How do you like it? How do you like it?
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
That is what sport means. That is what the EuroLeague trophy means.
Are you not entertained?
I'm not supposed to be cheering, but this is X Series. I can do whatever I want.
Everything is difficult in this life, so still you need to be on it.
It all comes down to tonight. Don't miss the biggest night in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Looking to the end zone for the win! Oh my gosh, one of the great games you'll ever see.
The competition is back, and the UEFA Women's Champions League looks set to be bigger and better than ever before.
It's their time, a night to remember.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
Been waiting for. The judges are ready. The fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready. The fight starts now. Let's go. How do you
Fight Night, only on DAZN.
Orlando, Florida, the scene for Most Valuable Prospects number 13. We're at the Caribe Royale Resort, as always, our home here at Prospects for another exciting night of fights. MVP is presenting the best and brightest product in the next generation of boxing, and right here at the Caribe Royale, we got another one on our hands tonight, folks. It's Prospects 13, and my name is Wade Plemons. I am your play-by-play broadcaster alongside my trusty, I wouldn't say sidekick, I'd say partner, Dan Canobio of CompuBox and Inside Boxing, and the Magic Man is here, Dan.
There he is.
Thank you, guys.
The former light heavyweight champion of the world. Antonio, we appreciate you being here, but we got to talk about, you're a legend in this game. We got some legendary fights tonight, including our main event of the evening. It is the Battle of the Ferreiras. Beatriz Ferreira putting her IBF World Lightweight Championship on the line versus Maria Ines Ferreyra in our main event. Magic Man, talk to me about Beatriz Ferreira.
Hey, it's no better way to prepare for the pros than going to the Olympics. But what's better than that is going to 2 Olympics and winning 2 medals. That's amazing, man, and that really shows you that in her 5th fight, she was able to conquer the lightweight championship because of that experience from the Olympics.
Well, her opponent, Maria Ferreyra, she's 11-0. 4 of her last 6 wins have come via stoppage. She has heavy hands, including her last fight. It lasted 10 seconds. I don't care who you're fighting. A 10-second win is impressive to me. So Maria Ferreyra has very, very heavy hands, and Antonio, you can attest to this. Power is the great equalizer in this sport.
It definitely is, and if you're going to unnerve a 2-time Olympian, it better take some power.
It's going to take some power. We have an exciting main event, but we also have an exciting main card for you folks. It is stacked to the brim from top to bottom, and it is going to be a spectacular night for you guys to watch. Starting with a 6-round super welterweight bout between Travius Ingram and Sona Akale. Then we move to the bantamweight division, and Bree Bam Bam Howling takes on another undefeated fighter in Naomi Cardenas. Do not miss that one. Then we'll move to the co-main event, and Brazilian standout Luan Medeiros takes on Crescent City, Florida's own, and returning to Most Valuable Prospects, Tony Aguilar. And then, of course, that 10-round main event for the IBF lightweight world title. It is Beatriz Ferreira versus Maria Ferreyra in that main event. And, folks, we're just 3 people on this team. We have 2 more outstanding members that we're going to send it to. Sibley Skulls, and representing all the Brazilians on this card, Paula Sack.
Oh, I like that toss. Did you hear that? We sound good. I said, did you like that toss from Wade and the guys? They're handling business. I am Sibley, joined by Paula. How are you doing? You feeling good?
Yeah, feeling good. We're live?
We're live. We're live. They're watching us. The people at home can hear us loud and clear.
So excited to be here.
You're in Orlando representing for Brazil. What is going to happen in that ring tonight? We got that big co-main event.
Yeah, the co-main event.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Technical issues in our ears, but listen, we've got Medeiros coming on, taking on the one and only from Florida, Tony Aguilar. The co-main event is going down. I know you and I discussed this yesterday at weigh-ins, that this is going to be the fight to watch. Yeah. Besides that main event, this is going to be a big one. What do you think Brazil's bringing into that ring tonight?
Luan is undefeated in 5 pro fights, but he has over 150 amateur fights. His experience in boxing, especially in fight preparation, is huge. Tony is talented, no doubt. He's great. He's a good guy, but I don't think that Luan is underdog here. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, that's a different perspective, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the way that you look at it, because again, we're in Florida. It feels like Tony's home, but...
Yeah, this could be one of the best fights of the night, in my opinion. And this is a Brazilian party, and we are not here to take part. We are here to take over.
Ooh, you heard that straight out of her mouth. Paula said it. Represented for Brazil tonight. It is going to be a big co-main event, so make sure you stay tuned. Again, Tony Aguilar is in the building. He is not new to this. He knows prospects, so it's going to be a good match to watch. Back to you guys.
Paula stealing the line from Conor McGregor there. We're not here to take part, mate. We're here to take over. And we are here in the Caribe Royale. It's going to be a great night of fights, folks. I cannot wait. Get ready to go. And we'll get ready to go with our tail of the tape for our first fight of the evening, a middleweight bout between Sebastian Juarez and Shaquille Cameron. As you can see, just a bit of a difference in height, a major advantage to Cameron in reach, but Juarez 7-0 for a reason, a hot young prospect. This one is a banger, folks.
We kick off this opening preliminary bout in the middleweight division, making his way to the red corner from Gladstone, Alabama, Shaquille Cameron.
Here comes Shaquille Cameron.
That's a get-up.
That is a get-up. I think that's got to be something to do with anime. I'm not sure. Maybe the chat can tell us, but our ring announcer, Dasha Corrett, said Gladstone. I actually like that. He's from Gadsden, Alabama, but we're glad to have him here. He's 7-4 with 6 knockouts. Every time he steps in, he's looking to put power on opponents.
His box record is something crazy here. His first 7 wins were all stoppages, and then 3 of his last 4 losses have come via stoppage. So it's either knock you out or he gets knocked out.
And his opponent making his way to the blue corner from Brownsville, Texas, Sebastian Juarez.
Sebastian Juarez, a lot of excitement around this young prospect. He's 7-0. He's trained by the great Bob Santos, who feels like he's everywhere these days.
I think Bob lives here at the Carib.
He's 20 years old, and a lot of people at Box Lab specifically very excited about this young prospect. Can he take the next step in his career? We're about to find out.
This opening preliminary bout will consist of 6 rounds in the middleweight division, and it is brought to you by Event Ticket Center. Don't just watch it, experience it live with Event Ticket Center, as well as Fansly, the best 18 and over content creator site, and Celsius, Live Fit, Essential Energy. Our judges for this bout are Efrain LeBron, Harold Lewis Hunt Jr., and Michelle Walker Serrano. Our referee is Alicia Collins. Future champions are created from the most valuable prospects. With that being said, let's meet our fighters. Introducing first, fighting to my left in the red corner, wearing white trunks with an official weigh-in of 156.8 pounds and a record of 7 victories, 4 defeats, no draws, and 6 of those victories by knockout. From Gladstone, Alabama, Shaquille Cameron. And his opponent, fighting to my right in the blue corner, wearing black and gold, with an official weight of 158 pounds and an undefeated record of 7 victories, 5 of those victories by knockout. From Brownsville, Texas, Sebastian Juarez.
Bring it in, gentlemen. All right, guys, you have your instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. You're good here and up. You're good at the bottom right here and up. Go ahead, touch them up if you want to. Go back.
Our first fight of the preliminary card, folks. 6 rounds in the middleweight division. Sebastian Juarez taking on, from Gadsden, Alabama, Shaquille Cameron. Round 1, let's get it going. And immediately, Sebastian Juarez looking to throw big heat.
That was like a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
And Cameron sitting down on some
landed
punches.
a right hook there.
Oh, yeah, we're letting him go early, champ.
Yeah, I see that. First thing I noticed, them ain't his shoes. There's no way his feet that big, bro. Camera.
They are curling up.
I'm serious, bro.
They're like
elf shoes on.
So, yeah.
Let's hope he can fight.
Those are the little things that the Magic Man picks up on.
Big shots from both fighters right away. We're not setting most of it up. It's just we're letting them fly.
Yeah, Sebastian coming with the energy.
Juarez is throwing everything hard. He is your prototypical power pitcher in baseball, coming out throwing heat.
Big right hand, left hook from Juarez.
Hey, man, if they don't belong in there with you, get them out of there.
I couldn't agree more. You don't get paid per round, right?
Overtime either.
Shaquille Cameron already wearing some of this punching power from Juarez.
I don't like his defensive technique at all.
Big shots to the body, those hurt.
Or how he's taking these shots. He's got to, throw something back.
Juarez right now all over Shaquille Cameron.
I still like Juarez to get there with that jab first, though.
There it is.
There it was.
Nice.
It's almost like the Magic Man casted a spell and made him do it. He's listening and responding right now.
And that left hook coming out of the orthodox stance is such a great punch, and he's not seeing it.
Get off his head! Get off his head!
And on the other
Quick
side,
left hook is so dangerous.
Sebastian Juarez is seeing everything right now and taking advantage.
Yeah.
Big right hand.
There it is.
And another one.
Those quick right hands like that are very effective. Good
oh, my goodness. Left hook, right hand, and Shaquille Cameron wobbled
with that
Get
left
off
hook.
his head! Stop! Not a punch throw!
Young man got to know to go to the body, too, while he's doing all that banging up top. Get something downstairs.
Rang his bell with that combination.
You don't often see a combination start with a left hook like that. That's impressive stuff from a young fighter.
Left hook, right hand, and he goes to the uppercut.
Good hook.
Shaquille Cameron is getting absolutely tuned up in this first round, but he's taking these punches and he's looking for some offense of his own.
If Juarez established a controlling jab, he's going to be a monster, bro. That power is for real.
How often do these young fighters fall in love with the power, though?
All the time. All the time.
Like, the jab should come first, you would think, but, I mean, those are some big shots that he's landing. They're flashy. They're getting our attention.
And, Antonio, you're seeing some visceral reactions when Juarez does go to the body. You're seeing
Watch your heads,
not only arms come down, but give me space. I don't want any more part of that.
Oh, he's shaking it.
There's more combinations there from Juarez in what has been a dominant first round. One-way traffic. Sebastian Juarez.
I like that. It's a 6-round fight, no feeling out. 4-round fights are even tougher. There shouldn't be a feeling out process. 6 rounds. Just go in there and start throwing, man.
Nah, I wouldn't advise that.
With caution, of course. But I'm talking about in a 6-round fight, you can't give away a round.
Right.
What a round from Sebastian Juarez. As it was highlight city, champ.
And you know what stood out? His focus. I mean, the guy's facial expression didn't change. That lets me know he's locked in. But those are some great combinations. I would love him to go to the body like he did there. But first round was amazing.
Yeah, and he's getting in and out, too. Like, in and out. He's landing his shots, and he's getting right out of the pocket, not letting Cameron come back with anything.
And he's landing with leverage. Serious punches.
Let's go to work, man.
Let's go.
And it looks like Sebastian Juarez is clocking in for his 9 to 5, and right now it looks like Shaquille Cameron might be clocking out of a 12-hour shift. That was a rough first round. How does he come back? We'll find out right now.
He's going to have to land something to get the attention of Juarez.
Uh-oh.
He's got to do it early.
Looked like he tried to go with the left hand of the body there. A little bit of a trip, as you tend to have with the southpaw orthodox matchup. Nice right hand of the body there from Juarez. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Body right there. Go to the body.
Get off his head! Get off his head!
Juarez with the right hand and a hook.
I love the way he put both hands together, though, when he does start his offensive attack. That's going to serve him well.
That's a wide looping shot. Don't throw that again.
And you're seeing just effortless defense right now from Juarez, not taking a ton of energy to get out of the way and looking to fire off after.
I still would like to see that front hand get a little busy. It'll open up all those power shots for him.
You can just see the difference in just ferocity and power on these punches. As Juarez is now going to the body.
He is making an effort to go to the body here in the second round.
Oh, my goodness. Teeing off here.
And this is what we want to see from Chavez the last round, a little bit more energy and aggressiveness.
These right hands are devastating.
And they're short, too.
How Shaquille Cameron's taking some of these.
They're short, compact punches.
My goodness.
Yeah, a guy can take a punch.
Oh, my goodness. A left hook there as well. And another right hand.
His face starting to wear it, though. Both eyes look like they're swollen.
Yeah. 5 minutes into this fight.
taking some vicious punishment. But again, fair play to Shaquille Cameron. He's standing right there.
Look how relaxed the young man is.
Oh, nice right hand to the body, then upstairs. Champ, you got to like that variety.
Oh, yeah. He's a fighter, bro. Focus.
Big swings and misses there from Shaquille Cameron.
Got to be careful with that head inside, holding that chin straight up. You can get a headbutt like that.
And again, Juarez looking to set up. Look at that hook,
Oh,
and he
that
hurt
hurt
him. Another big shot. 2 left hooks hurt Shaquille Cameron there. He's on his feet,
Don't size
but
him up. Don't size him up. Don't measure him.
may just take a couple more from Sebastian Juarez. You can even see that the punching power of Shaquille Cameron has been just depleted by the amount of shots he's taken and by the effect they've taken on him.
Oh, yeah. He's looking worse for wear right now.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Referee taking a look, but
she's getting in there.
responses to punches are not great at all.
Yeah, her eyes are dead set on Juarez.
I'll let him knock him down at least before we stop it.
We haven't even got a
Get him off his feet. Get him off his feet.
Last few seconds here in round 2.
I wonder what the corner has to say for Juarez.
Oh, my goodness. Big-time body shots from Juarez.
Now, Juarez walking in. He's walking in. When he up his competition, he won't be able to do that.
Those counters are coming.
Most definitely.
Got to set it up. And it's what you've talked about, pretty much in every fight we've seen so far is that jab. You're going to walk in there, make something there to mask it. Give them something to look at.
That's the key.
You choosing to get your ass whooped. You let him walk to you. You're not throwing no punches. You just letting him get off. You need to throw punches. Because look, I'm going to let the referee stop it because he whooping that ass.
This is it. You get hit 2 more rounds combination, I'm going to stop this.
I told you. You need to fight, bro. Stop. Don't tell me, no, you need to fight. Go out there and fight. Let your hands go. But then he hit you and said it's not hurting you. So you throw back. You freezing. No need to freeze. Work off the jam.
Said I wanted to hear from the corner. We heard from the corner.
I mean, listen, you can't get more real than that, Antonio. He's telling him exactly what's happening out there.
Oh, yeah, the corner man, he's not sparing no punches, bro. He's giving it to him real, and that's what these fighters need to know. Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth.
Box.
We go in round 3. Let's see if any of those words were motivation for Shaquille Cameron, if he can turn the tide in this 3rd round. Because as of right now, it's been one-way traffic, complete devastation by Sebastian Juarez.
I don't think he's going to turn the tide, but he can fight a little better than he's been fighting.
There's a nice right hook to the body from Cameron.
Keep him up. Keep him up.
More offense.
Get off his head. Get off his head.
Sebastian Juarez
Don't push him.
throws Shaquille Cameron into the corner. Again, you just see the difference in power, just moving him around however he wants.
Strength, power, technique.
Don't hold him. Don't hold him.
Pretty much every intangible is going towards
Don't do that. You understand?
Cameron in
Hey,
this one.
pay attention. Box.
Referee taking a close look there. Had some holding from both fighters in that exchange.
That's enough.
They're stopping it.
Yeah, I mean,
without a knockdown.
I mean, it wasn't the best stoppage, but it was.
He wasn't throwing anything back.
That was the result. It was just a matter of time. So why just let a young man get beat to death in there when, he's not even competing?
Yeah, when we look at that one, Antonio, obviously maybe you want to see him put him down one time before you stop it, but at the same time, when there's really nothing coming back, like, yeah, the punches are being thrown, but there's no power there. There's no intent there.
Right.
And Juarez is just continuing to mow him down. At a certain point, I don't mind a referee going, you know what, this is only going to get worse.
Right, exactly. I think it was a good stoppage on that note.
Especially hearing, by the way, as she walked over to the corner and said,
they're saying the same thing.
Yeah, the corner's saying the same thing, and she's telling you, listen, you got to show me something. And unfortunately for Shaquille, he just wasn't able to.
And then if the ref tell you she's going to give you one more round, then that's giving you all the information you need to know.
But on a good note, what a performance for Sebastian Juarez. Again, a young guy, 20 years old.
Wow.
Already now 8-0. And that'll be another stoppage, so 6 KOs on his record. How do you move a guy with that much potential, with that much power and flash?
Well, you got to take your time because the age he has time to grow. But now it's important that he get those lessons. He has to start and develop a jab if he want to get those power shots off like that when he step up in competition.
But I like what we saw. Came right out of the gates throwing heavy artillery. He had a guy in there that he knew that he was better than, and he got the stoppage win. It would have been a lot, you know, he could have went there and played with his food, Antonio. He wouldn't have been happy with that.
Right.
He went in there, he knew he was better, got the stoppage win, and then he goes back to the drawing board, because he will go back to the drawing board. Bob Santos will show him the tape and find things that they can improve on.
Most definitely.
But, folks, we still have a banger of a main event coming your way. It's a Ferreira versus Ferreira matchup. Beatriz Ferreira, your IBF World Lightweight Champion, puts her belt on the line tonight versus Maria Ferreira in our main event right here at the Caribe Royale. Don't miss it. It looks like our fighters are now getting ready for our official decision, but I guess the last thought here, right before we get this official, Dan, is what do you want to see out of Sebastian Juarez next? Do you want to see that step up in competition, or do you want to see another fight like this where he has an opportunity to work on some things?
Well, he's with Box Labs and he's with Bob Santos, so they know how to move their fighters, so I fully trust his team.
All right, let's go ahead and send it now to Dasha Carrette with our official decision.
In the third round, at the 52-second mark, referee Alicia Collins has stopped this bout. Your winner by technical knockout, Sebastian Juarez.
Winner by TKO, Sebastian Juarez, moving to 8-0 with now 6 knockouts. And again, you could see it in that double shot there, just the eyes swollen, almost shut on Shaquille Cameron.
He did that in about 6 minutes, so that's really impressive.
What a performance, and what a moment as you see everybody there from the Box Lab team. They're pumped about their fighter. We're going to take a look at some highlights just one more time to submit this thing. Antonio, tell me what you saw.
Young man have a lot of poise, a lot of control for a young guy. Like I said, I just like to see a dominant jab, and man, he's the one to watch. He's the one to watch. Both hands going right there. You love his aggressiveness. Great looking prospect.
Fantastic looking prospect there. And once again, a dominant performance. Well, that's our first fight of the evening, folks. A banger of a fight and a fantastic performance for a young prospect in Sebastian Juarez. But it's time now to bring in the fourth member of our team in Sibley Scholes, who's standing by with a special guest.
That's right. I'm going to introduce the man again. The man, the myth, the legend. Mike Leonardi is backstage with me right now. Prospects 13.
Crazy, right?
Sir, did you think we would get here? Was this always the vision? And how do you continue to level up every single time?
Oh, man. Did I think we'd get here? Yes. But is it still kind of a nice surprise that we're here still, 13 in? Yes, yeah. 100%. And look, we try just incrementally better, little by little, every show. Easier said than done, but, increase the level of competition a little bit. Have a world title fight on the line, championships, prospects championship edition. So, I mean, look, it starts becoming like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? People see the product, they see the presentation, the production, they get excited, the good fights, they want to be a part of it, so that helps big time.
I know you have to have a smile on your face when you are putting these matches together. What is your favorite part about that, to be able to have a card like this?
My favorite part about prospects, this level of boxing, is giving fighters opportunities.
Yes.
Because look, the big arena shows are amazing. Jake Paul pay-per-view, it's amazing. Everyone has a great time. It's everyone's biggest moment, the whole card. But we get a lot of fighters on prospects that are working their way up, and they're willing to take really difficult fights to get to that level. Like Tony Aguilar is like a prospects poster child.
Absolutely.
Right? He's been on prospects. He got a draw. He got a win. We gave him a rematch on Paul Perry on the pay-per-view. He took a really close L, so now he's back to prospects, jumping in. What a hard fight against the undefeated fighter. I mean, guys like Tony is what makes this product really fun.
And it's got to be cool, too, to see the crowd and the fans. I mean, you're streaming, you got the prelims, then you got the mains, working together and putting it out there. The fans have got to reach out to you, too. I know there's people DMing you, writing you afterwards.
Yeah, totally.
It's got to feel good to be able to make that card happen like that.
It does. It always does, right? And we have fans here in Orlando. You know, they haven't, all the prospects haven't been in Orlando, but the majority have been here at the Caribe. And, you know, we have fans that come every single show. You know, we have some fans that they buy front row tickets every time as soon as they go on sale. And that's like as great of a stamp of approval as you can get, is people come, they have a good time, and they feel like they got their money's worth in entertainment.
I don't think I'm supposed to ask you this, but what do you think's happening tonight?
Oh, man.
You can't make any predictions,
I think
you?
we have a great night of boxing, including a women's world title in the main event. You know, Beatriz is, I mean, she's a beast. They call her the beast. She's a beast. You know, two-time Olympic medalist. I mean, not a lot of them out there. You know, undefeated world champion. But Maria Ferreira is in phenomenal shape.
Absolutely.
Saw her at the weigh-in. She said, I'm not leaving without this title. I've been working my entire life for this. So, I mean, that's what it's all about.
It'll be real interesting, and Brazil is in the house.
Brazil is definitely in the house. I have to give a shout-out, Keno Marley, new signing to MVP. He was meant to be in the co-main event, suffered an injury just last Friday, and had to pull out. So Keno, get well soon. Looking forward to having you back. And, you know, he's that next wave of Brazilian stars, two-time Olympian, super talented, and he's got a great personality also.
Mike, listen, we're going to keep our eyes peeled because I know you got more coming on the way, but stay tuned for more right here. Prospects 13, we're in Orlando, baby.
Peace.
Appreciate that, Sibley. Prospects 13 is underway, but coming up June 28th on DAZN pay-per-view, it is El Gallo de Dorado. Jake Paul taking on the son of a legend and a former world champion, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That one right there, gentlemen, is what I want to talk about. Let's start with you, Magic Man. How do you see that matchup, Jake and Chavez Jr.?
Well, you know, Jake got some of the best trainers in the world, and the way he's been preparing for his fights over the years, I think he'll have definitely a leg up. Chavez got to get back to the grind, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we've seen him active and consistently active, so we'll see what he has left, but I think if Jake come in tip-top shape, I got to lean toward him to win this fight.
What do you think, Dan?
I think it comes down to what Chavez wants to do in this fight. If he comes in shape, if he comes in motivated, there's a lot on the line for him. This is a guy who has had an up-and-down career. We know that former world champion has fallen on some hard times, but now is an unbelievable opportunity, because say what you want about Jake Paul, there are people out there that will want to watch him win. There are people out there that want to watch him lose, and Chavez has a chance to deliver an L to Jake Paul. And maybe, you know, with the father as well, one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. There's a lot of storylines in this fight, but if Chavez comes in shape with his 60-plus fights, he's going to give Jake a tough fight. That's all we can ask for as boxing fans. I do think Jake will come out on top, like you said, better training, and just seems like he wants it more. But I'm looking for a fun night. I'm looking for a great fight. And in Chavez, I believe if he comes in shape, can provide that.
Well, let's talk about, you know, it's one thing to come in shape, but Chavez moving up in weight as well. And Antonio, you did that in your career as well. How difficult is that part of it going to be?
You know, when I look at this particular fight, I think power is going to be in Jake Paul's favor. You feel me? If they exchange punches, Jake, the stronger, bigger guy.
Naturally bigger.
Yeah, naturally bigger guy. I think the power, you got to lean toward Jake Paul.
And for Jake, you know, this is an opportunity we've talked about for him to beat an established name. Regardless of where you think that Chavez Jr. is currently, it's an established name. And listen, make no mistake about it, Jake has said he wants to move up to potential world title contention. And he's got Zurdo Ramirez on the card. And they talked about Badu Jack as well. And that may seem very far-fetched to people, but that's the goal, Dan.
Well, cruiserweight has become a fun division. It's always been a division with a lot of power. We're going to see that on the co-main event with Dorticos and Zurdo. And they put Zurdo on this card. They put cruiserweights on this card for a reason. If Jake Paul is serious about becoming a world titleist, there are some cruiserweights that are there, whether it's Badu Jack, whether it's the winner of the Zurdo and Dorticos fight. It's there. I talked to Oscar De La Hoya earlier this month.
You didn't mention Jayo Bataya. Why didn't you mention?
I was making sure.
I'm trying to get somebody
There's a reason we made
out about the best cruiserweight of them all. Yeah. I'm sure he would love to get in the ring with Jake Paul as well. But I was talking to Oscar earlier this month, and he said it's no secret or it's no mistake that we put this fight on the undercard, because we can build that up if Jake wants it. That's what he said.
I'm just going to ask you straight, Antonio, do you see Jake moving toward world title level?
You know what? It's a process, bro. Yeah. It's a process. I mean, he got great trainers and everything, but, man, it just takes a lot to be elite.
mean, no amateur
it takes
career.
a lot to be elite.
Right? No amateur career. He's started this boxing journey late for where most people do start it. So he's up against it. I respect the challenge, obviously, of going ahead and trying to do that. And this is a step toward it. And we've talked about the challenges for Jake and what potentially can happen if he wins. I saw an Instagram post today from Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. where he is marking off names on his way back to a potential Canelo rematch.
Oh,
and
wow.
maybe trying to get that.
Wow.
That's what I
Everybody
wanna
has
see.
their own goal, right?
That's what I want to see out of Chavez, because he is getting close to 40, but he still has some years left in the tank. If he wins this fight, it opens up opportunities everywhere, because Jake is one of the 5 biggest names in boxing. So if you can take off Jake Paul and if you can get that win for Chavez, you know, he could get big names in boxing.
So what do we think? Just real quick. I know he said Jake wins. How? How do you think he wins? Are we talking knockout? Are we talking goes the distance? What do you think?
You know, with what Jake showed us against Mike Perry and Mike Tyson, I think he come out and be himself. You feel me? And see what Chavez bring to the table. But, of course, you know, when Jake let his hands go, he trying to detonate. So, you know, Chavez better have some defense with him.
Late stoppage. I don't know who yet.
Don't know who yet.
I'm not going to give it away yet. I mean,
I'm just saying, we got some time. We got some time to marinate on it. That's true. That's true.
I like to give it out the night before.
Okay, all right. Saving it for Inside Boxing over here. But, yes, make sure you guys tune in on DAZN pay-per-view Saturday, June 28th, and live in the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. My backyard, Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You do not want to miss that one. And, folks, we are still right here at the beautiful Caribe Royale Resort in Orlando, Florida. Our card tonight is just getting started at this beautiful resort and stay. And you don't want to miss what's coming up next. Our tale of the tape between Alexis Chop Chop Chaparro and DAZN Gonzalez. Gonzalez 8 years the elder. Chaparro with the reach. He's 4-0 with 4 KOs. He's a fashion model, and MVP very excited about this young man.
This second preliminary fight finds itself in the middleweight division. Making his way to the red corner from Davenport, Iowa, DAZN Gonzalez.
DAZN Gonzalez, 12-6 with 6 knockouts from Davenport, Iowa. 32 years old. Obviously, right now it is get going or potentially let's move on with what we're doing. This is a massive moment for him, a veteran in this game, as he tries to play spoiler to a young prospect that a lot of people at MVP are excited about.
And his opponent, making his way to the blue corner from Ridgewood, New York, Alexis Chop Chop Chaparro.
And you hear the fans in attendance. Team Chaparro in the house. Chop Chop is 4-0 with 4 knockouts. He's balancing boxing and high fashion modeling, Dan, something you know nothing about.
Whoa. I know a lot about modeling, not much. I never stepped into the ring, but I know Chaparro, he's looking to kind of like shed that model, you know, like I'm going to be a fighter.
Right.
Like that helps me pay my bills. It helps me, you know, do all that. But he's looking good, man, 4-0, and he's improving every time he steps into the ring.
This next bout is set for 6 rounds in the middleweight division, and it is brought to you by Event Ticket Center, Fansly, the best 18 and over content creator site, as well as Celsius, Live Fit, Essential Energy. Your judges for this bout are Tina Griffith, Michael Ross, and Efrain LeBron. Your referee is Emil Lombardi. Future champions are created from the most valuable prospects. With that being said, let's meet our fighters. Fighting to my left, first in the red corner, wearing white and gold, with an official weight of 162 pounds and a record of 12 victories, 6 defeats, and 6 of those victories by knockout. From Davenport, Iowa, DAZN Gonzalez. And his opponent, fighting to my right in the blue corner, wearing black and white trunks with the Puerto Rican flag up top. With an official weight of 162.6 pounds and an undefeated record of 4 victories. Those 4 victories were by knockout. From Ridgewood, New York, Alexis Chop Chaparro.
All right, guys. All right, we went over the rules in the locker room, all right? I expect a good, clean fight out of both of you, all right? Pay close attention to my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up, wait for the bell.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Intensity in that stare down for this middleweight matchup. 6 rounds. Alexis Chop Chaparro, 4-0 with 4 knockouts versus Dejan Gonzalez, 12-6 with 6 knockouts. Round 1. Here we go.
Big time experience discrepancy. 5 rounds for Chaparro. 4 fights, 81 rounds for Gonzalez.
That means Chaparro should learn something tonight. He's in there with a guy that's much more experienced than he is, and maybe he have to think his way through this instead of physically blow these guys over.
And another orthodox versus southpaw matchup here.
For now, he might switch.
He might switch. But you already see Chop looking to go lead hand heavy with the jumping in left hook and then the jab behind it.
But the bigger frames, he's got the length advantage, height advantage. That's Chaparro. See if he's going to use it. Just how many times have we seen a bigger, taller fighter not use their jab, kind of smother their work? Chaparro has some physical advantages right now in this fight.
It's a nice jab from Chaparro. Nice counter punching there from Gonzalez.
Gonzalez's hands look to be a little quick.
They're fast.
To be a little quick.
That was a really quick 1-2 he landed in there. Got the attention of Chaparro early.
There's a solid jab from the young prospect in Chaparro.
And I'll say this again. I think that jab is the key for all these young fighters to really open up their offense.
And right now, a 6-round fight, usually we'd say there's not a ton of time for a feeling out process, but that's what you're seeing in this first round from both fighters. No one looking to be super aggressive. I think the respect there is mutual.
Not a lot of punches being thrown, but Chaparro is applying a lot of pressure.
There's a big-time combination from Chop.
And he's applying, look, he's walking him down. And, judges will look at that. Ooh, that right hand was just the mark.
That was good timing on that right hand.
Just inside the counter left hand of Gonzalez, and Chop looks very, very nice.
Wow.
To start this fight. Very sharp with his hands.
And he's quick, too. You see that he's very fast with his hands to be a big guy.
He's fast with the hands, too. And also, not a lot of tell behind some of these shots from Chop.
It's 0 to 100.
That's what you're looking for, champ. These last 45 seconds in this first round. It's been a great start for the young prospect, Chop Chaparro.
I love the way Chop put something behind that jab, and he's doing it. He's changing the rhythm.
Yeah, huge shot. He's got Gonzalez on the ropes early.
That was a blistering combination.
There's a left hand from Gonzalez to try to alleviate the pressure, but Chop all over him in this first round.
You got to always anticipate something coming back.
And that timing and those combinations for Chop a little different than what you see, like you said, Antonio, from bigger guys. He's really snappy with those punches.
He's smooth with it.
Another jab right there.
And then note it,
and immediately you see Chop is not here to search for another prospect level win. He's looking to put a performance on here to steal the show.
And fighting a guy with 18 fights, he's only had 4. He looked like the more experienced fighter in this fight.
I need that.
Starting it very quickly here.
Up a little more. All right.
And landing some devastating shots.
Also stoic in the corner, not breathing hard, just staring right across. So it was a lot of Chaparro. Took him a little bit to warm up. First minute was that prototypical feeling out process, but then blistering fast hands of Chaparro. Multiple combinations found the mark. Quick hands, Antonio.
Yes, I was impressed with the variations of the things that he was trying to do. That right hand, sometime he was right here in the jab form and he snapped that right hand off. I mean, this kid is mixing it up real good. He's getting in his bag.
Mouthpiece.
Second round here.
Box.
Let's see if Gonzalez can turn the tide a little bit as we start this second. Got a little overwhelmed toward the end of the first round by the prospect. And another big-time jab to start the round.
And he's trying to score with that jab. He's not pulling with it. He's not playing with it.
A lot of intention behind the punches here. Another jumping in left hook. And how about that? A nice little shovel uppercut from that right hand. Very nice.
He got a lot of wrinkles to his game. I like the kid.
Gonzalez is going to have to figure out that reach. He's at about a 4-inch reach disadvantage here in this fight.
He's got to do something to get inside. He must eat a few shots. You have to jab your way in, double jab your way in, but he's got to get inside somehow, or Chaparro will like to stay at this distance the entire fight. He'll pick him apart at this distance.
Jab to the body, Chaparro, and another one. He stays in front of the veteran.
Now you see, when he came forward, chop his back, and kept his distance, that's being locked in and engaged in the fight.
And able to use his feet with his hands. Gonzalez looking for that check right hook over the top every time Chop comes in. But right now, it is all Chaparro. And another one.
And he's in control, and he's putting on a clinic right now.
Look at that level change right hand. Beautiful stuff there. You set it up and you punctuate it, Antonio.
Yeah, this is not your average 4-0 guy. I'm telling you. And he tried to set up a counter shot right there. A lot of variations to his game.
Jab right hand, and there's spite in every punch being thrown by Chop.
I'm always looking for what a young man can do to improve his game, and I would say put a little head movement in with some of those, a little breaking in front of him right there.
Short right hand there. Absolutely, to this point in this fight, been all Chop Chaparro. And Dan, we've seen Chop a couple times now. This looks a little, not a little bit, a lot better than we've seen.
So much better, quicker, faster. You know, it seems like his IQ is better. Just overall improving, like you said, Antonio. Like you
right here.
Get better every single time.
Man, that just goes to show you him and his trainers, his coaches are working hard in the gym.
Yep. Billy Sheldon? What was it?
Cross guard there. A little ode to the late, great George Foreman there a little bit. I'd love to see that from Chop. He's just comfortable. That's what you're seeing in there, Antonio. He's so comfortable right now.
He's relaxed, comfortable, poised. He's all that.
He's shown a lot of different wrinkles in his offense tonight. Front foot.
There you go.
Counter punching.
Look at the feints.
Yep.
That's what I was just saying. I would like to see him do more of.
10 seconds.
Break in front of him. Feint. There you go.
Jab again, and it has been, like you said, Antonio, a clinic so far through 2 rounds for Alexis Chop Chaparro. Dejan Gonzalez took a look right in the camera there as he went to the corner. That was a look of concern right into our camera here at the show, but he's going to have to figure out this 3rd round because right now it's almost no success in this fight.
Yeah, he's been disarmed. Chaparro's disarmed him. He came out with some good offense in the first minute of the first round, and then once Chaparro landed that first flurry, that first combination, he's completely turned it off, Gonzalez.
Yeah, he was out of things that he can do. He couldn't dig in his bag and get nothing. And it's that jab right there. Big man having the proper distance, boom, and that jab coming consistently. And then he switched it up to the right hand. He kind of overplayed it a little bit, but he can come back to that. He can come back to that later in the fight.
Solid performance through 2 rounds here for Chop Chaparro. The only thing you do wonder, again, only 4 pro fights in the corner. How do you keep your fighter focused when everything's working, but you still need to get the result at hand and not get a little bit lackadaisical?
Because it's not over yet. You know what I'm saying? Every time you step into that ring and you go another round, it's an opportunity that you can make a mistake or this guy can put something on you.
Starting this round just like the last few with the jab from Chaparro. Now showing a little bit more of that head movement as he tries to enter range. For Gonzalez, Dan, like we said, he's been disarmed, which is probably the worst thing you could be in a boxing match. Needs another combination there.
That left hook got in.
Don't want to be disarmed. You need your arms in boxing.
And I love that combination. That was a 3-punch combination. All the punches landed.
think that particularly that shot to the body really got the attention of Gonzalez.
Well, I will say this. Gonzalez has come out this round, and he's thrown more punches in the first minute at least.
He's trying to get his offense off.
Yep.
Nice double left hand there from Gonzalez. But again, Chop really unfazed by any of it. And a jab.
That jab is like a power punch.
I mean, honestly though, Dan, I don't think we've seen him look this good ever. That jab is something that I'm shocked by.
It's a new wrinkle. It's bigger.
We've seen him a couple times, Antonio, and he's looked great. You know, he's put away guys pretty cleanly, but stepping up in competition and looking this polished, I think is the word, is something I didn't expect.
Well, 5 rounds. He only hit 5 rounds in his whole career.
Okay.
It's all first-round stoppages. So we never really got to see him really open up his offense. And we're seeing it so far.
There's a nice jab as well.
But watch how he put that right hand behind that jab. Once he gets it going, he's going to slam that right hand right behind it.
There's another jab, and in these moments, if you are Chop, you got to make sure to be, and there's that right hand you're looking for, Antonio. I was going to say, you got to make sure you're still defensively responsible because it just takes one. There's another nice right hand, a lead right hand, which you'd expect to see a little more of out of this Southpaw and Orthodox matchup. Especially
if he's Southpaw, they always say that right hand, left hook is the combination that gets Southpaws out of it. It never worked with me, but...
You ain't doing that to the Magic, man. We see those coming. There's another jab as he continues to stalk forward with 30 seconds left here in this third round. And it's been all Alexis Chop Chaparro.
Yes, corner 1 of the 2 there, because that jab got Gonzalez out of range. But he didn't follow up Chaparro.
Look at Chop feet. They engage now. He's moving his feet in those little short stutter steps. You feel me? He got those feet engaged. Yeah, good hook.
Man, that hook was so fast.
Quick. Look at his feet.
And you're right. There was no telling that hook.
It's like we're seeing him get better and better as the rounds go on. And you talked about it, Antonio, the feet. We're not necessarily watching, at least us, the 2 guys that can't fight, are not necessarily watching the feet when we're talking about movement, when we're talking about setup. We're talking about, our hands. When you see Chop move his feet and just gain that extra quarter inch, it makes a world of difference. And you're seeing it in the punches he's landing.
Yeah, because he's fighting off his rhythm and his timing. You feel me? So that's when his feet get going, he's able to let his hands go as well. I think it's a pull hook.
Bang.
Ooh, perfect.
How about that? We've seen, masters of the lead hand show flashes like that. Ryan Garcia left hook is kind of what I looked at there and went, hold on a second. That reminds me of something.
But a lot of young guys, when a fighter comes to them, they just fall in. They don't take that step back and continue to stay on their offense.
For 4 fights as a pro, Chop showing the experience level, whether in the amateurs or in the gym, is a lot higher than that pro record shows.
He's getting it from somewhere.
Here we go with our 4th round of 6. We're as the kids say, glazing Chop Chaparro as he gets tagged with a left hand there. And it might have just pissed him off.
Yeah, he did get tagged there, and now he looks mean. Never seen a 4th round. Chop.
Neutral corner.
What happened here?
Cut a mouthpiece? He ain't got no mouthpiece in.
Oh, man. That happens from time to time. You'll see, things are intense in the corner, and we forget about getting the mouthpiece back in, but definitely need that. But as I was saying, Dan, we're talking a lot about Chop. Out of the corner of Gonzalez, you're clearly down 3 rounds. I mean, how do you, if at all, turn this tide?
Getting inside.
Stuff like that right there?
Yep, get inside.
You know what? To his credit, Gonzalez is trying. He tried. He was close to that right hand, but Chop beat him to the punch with the hook.
And it does look like Gonzalez trying to set up that center line left hand, maybe the overhand over the top. He's been close a couple times, but undeterred is Chop. And that's another thing, too, have a young fighter be able to stand in the fire knowing that big punch is coming back and be, all right, I'll be right here. Not taking those back steps to not be offensive, just sliding out of range, but looking to use those feet to get back in and be offensive.
Most definitely. Now, right now, he's just stalking. He don't have his feet engaged like he did the last time. He's just walking. You feel me? Sometimes he start engaging with those feet, and we'll see that in a minute.
Gonzalez looking to throw more punches. Oh, tagged with a right hand again from Chop. Pushes him into the corner.
And he covered a lot of space, too.
Oh, huge right hand, Chop. Oh, goodness gracious. just put together a motif.
Stop it.
That's it.
Oh, he's knocked out.
He is out cold.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
They need the doctors in here ASAP.
The doctors
That guy's
need
hurt.
to step in. He is hurt badly. And Chop Chop Chaparro just shows the violent art that is boxing. My goodness.
You see Chaparro praying for his opponent here because that was a vicious combination, speed and power and timing.
It's been a long time since we've seen someone land a combination that vicious. Every punch landed, every punch had leverage and power. Let's pray this guy is okay.
He was out on his feet before the second salvo, you know? He was out on his feet, and then Chaparro landed more punches.
Bro, this guy had so many levels to it, and he just took it up.
Chaparro's got a big heart.
And by the way, yes, it is very good to see Gonzalez be able to get back to his stool. Doctors are going to check on him, but gentlemen, when we say boxing is something you don't play,
right there,
it's because of that right there. That is violence personified in those punches.
And let me explain to you what we just saw. He didn't load up. This combination punches, those just flow.
He took about 3 or 4 shots more than he should have, but that was a really impressive performance from Alexis Chaparro.
Wow, 5-0 with 5 knockouts.
By far the best performance we have ever seen out of Alexis Chop Chop Chaparro. And listen, if you had questions about his commitment to boxing, if you had questions about this guy wants to do modeling, I'll tell you what, you can't walk a runway doing that.
He might quit modeling.
You got to quit modeling and come over here, Chop Chop. That was unbelievable.
Listen, we're giving that a performance of the night bonus tonight.
Early contender, absolutely.
That's got to be the clubhouse leader right now.
No doubt about it. And that level of violence you can't teach. That's something that you're born with. And Chop Chop Chaparro, ladies and gentlemen, is for real. I think we're
20 years old.
20 years old and just devastating with his hands, his technique. We couldn't really find, maybe some couple things here or there, Antonio, but we had a lot of things.
Not much for 4-0, bro. Not much.
Well, let's go ahead and send it to Dasha Corrette, who is standing by to make it official.
In the 4th round, at the 1 minute and 39-second mark, your winner by knockout, Alexis Chop Chop Chaparro.
Their winner by knockout, Chop Chop Chaparro, and he's standing by with Sibley Scholes.
Alexis, how you feeling?
I feel good. I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for making this all possible, and my family, friends, and I want to thank Gonzalez for taking the fight, and he's a brother of mine now, so I'm happy about that.
I'm listening to everyone, one of the commentators down there right now talking about your performance in this ring, the combo that you just hit to make that happen. You're adding another win, 5-0, 5 knockouts. What does that mean for you? What's the next step?
Whatever Amanda, Jordan, Nakisa, Jake got lined up, whatever they say, I do. This fight was dedicated to Nietzsche. She's sick right now in the hospital, and she's getting better, and she's a big supporter of mine, so this fight's dedicated to her.
Absolutely. Yes. Give it up. I looked on your Instagram the other day. You went back home, right? What does it feel like to know that young boy, where you started, the career that you've had in modeling, now in this ring, showing that you can dominate? How has that been for you to look back and reflect?
It was something I always knew I could obtain, but, the thoughts and the demons come and they try to, take that out your head. And, I went through a lot of ups and downs, me and my family, but we're here now and we're going to make it count each and every time.
You put your stamp on it tonight right here in Orlando, Florida. Is there anything you want to say to the fans out there watching?
Keep supporting me, and praise be to Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Give it up, Orlando, Alexis Chaparro.
That right there is a young man with a great head on his shoulders, thinking about boxing his career the right way, and I think all of that was on display tonight in that performance. You talk about a guy that is ready for his moment, stoic the entire fight, and violent when it mattered, Antonio.
Hey, this wasn't a hand-picked opponent. Look at those shots. Beautiful timing, beautiful combination. Man, I don't know. I've been impressed thoroughly tonight with this young man, Chop Chop.
It's hard to find the words, Dan. It really is, because you can't really You can't do anything but say, wow.
Yeah, wow. Speed kills. Speed is what did it right here. That right hand right there that got through in about 5 or 6 shots. I'm glad that Gonzalez was able to get up and come to his, get up there and feel good in there. And you're right, with Chaparro, he's very respectful young man. He's got his head, the right head on his shoulders. He's got a great team too. I mean, Amanda Serrano is one of his role models too. So, sky's the limit for Chop Chop.
Very, very excited for what he has coming up next. But what we have coming up in just a little bit is our main event of the evening, the Battle of the Ferreiras. Beatriz Ferreira versus Maria Ines Ferreyra. That main event is highly touted. We have the IBF World Lightweight Championship on the line. Antonio, it's a lot of hype, a lot of excitement from the country of Brazil around Beatriz. Why?
I mean, like I said before, twice she's been to the Olympics, medal, so she's proven she's amongst the very best. Now she's 5-6-0 and IBF lightweight champion, and I believe that Olympic experience is going to carry her a long way.
She's done a lot, Dan. She's jumped between the Olympics and her pro career, gone back and forth. That's so tough to do, but speaking of tough, the challenger is as well.
Yeah, Maria on the other side, 11-0. Has more fights than Beatriz at the professional level, a little more power, at least on paper, when you look at Maria's record. And her last win, a 10-second knockout, is impressive. I don't care who you're fighting, you win in 10 seconds. And also another thing, a wrinkle here, is the Brazil-Argentina rivalry. We see it a lot in soccer, we see it a lot in some other sports. Don't see it too often in boxing, but we're starting something here, and she's coming for that belt. Maria was talking all week here at the Caribe Royale. I want that belt, I want that IBF strap, and she's getting a title shot. 11 fights into her career.
It's an exciting fight for multiple reasons. I think the number one reason, and for those watching on Winterson Nunes YouTube channel right now live, you guys have a Brazilian superstar in the sport of boxing, maybe the likes we haven't seen since Popo Freitas. It's been a while since Brazil, a fighting nation, has had a boxer to get behind, not only at the Olympics, but at the next level. Antonio, you know what it means to be a superstar in the sport and carry the flag of your nation. How important is that to Beatriz?
I mean, it's very important because the love that she has for her country, you feel me, and the respect that she gets when you represent your country from the Olympics. So I believe that is going to just carry her as far as she wants to go. But she's in with a girl tonight that's in shape, that's strong, and we're going to see if that power is real.
Dan, we talk about the commitment that MVP has to women's boxing. You see it on display with all the fighters they sign. And now you're seeing it on display in the main event of a prospect series. This one's special.
Yeah, we're constantly evolving here at Most Valuable Promotions. We signed a ton of women's talent, and we're now seeing them main event here on prospects. We're seeing them on huge cards. We're going to see in July one of the biggest women's cards of all time. So on every level here at Most Valuable Promotions, women boxing will be showcased, and we get it in our main event. Brazil and Argentina title fights, so we got a little bit of everything.
We absolutely do. And speaking of MVP's commitment to women's boxing, Sibley Scholes is standing by with a very special guest.
That's right, guys. We are backstage right now. You know the face, you know the name. Nat No Love Dove is in the building with us. The last time I saw you was in that ring right here at Prospects 12. You are here tonight as a supporter and watching the girls and the guys take it in that ring. How are you feeling about it this evening?
I feel good. I mean, we just watched an amazing performance with Chop. He looked amazing, 4th round knockout, looked good, looked strong, sharp. I mean, this is a great card.
Okay, let's talk about you right now. When you have that last fight, going into that afterwards as well, knowing what the outcome was and where you are today, what's going on with the process, the workouts, what's happening?
I think my last fight opened my eyes a bit more. I've always worked hard, and I've always been dedicated and motivated, and that's always been my thing. But now I see things a lot more clear. I know that I have to continue to prove myself, and I'm more than happy to do so. And it actually gave me a bit more of a push to train on my own, too. Like, on days where DJ's not in the gym, like I'm in the gym putting in the same amount of work as if I had eyes on me, and I'm opening up levels I didn't know I had.
Does it feel good to be able to open that new chapter for you and find those pieces, like missing pieces of the puzzle that you didn't know were missing?
Yeah, actually, it feels peaceful. It feels like I finally discovered myself in a way. And as devastating and heartbreaking as the draw was for me, which isn't the end of the world by any means, but to me it was the end of a little chapter. I kind of opened myself up, and I feel more at peace, more focused and goal-driven.
So now when you step into that ring, it's a whole nother mindset, another level unlocked.
Yeah, definitely. I like the feedback and the criticism, the hate, the love. I've learned a lot in the last couple weeks.
See, she's going places. You already, because the ebbs and flows in life, especially as you get older, it's like, oh, now I get it. Now I get it. We got a big main event coming up. We got a big co-main event. All the card tonight is amazing, but the two women holding it down for Brazil and Argentina. Do you have any thoughts on that?
These are two dogs that want to win. The face-offs I thought were interesting. You know, you had one, Beatriz being quiet, and the other one was talking, saying that she wants the belt. I think it's going to be a really good fight, but I do think Beatriz has got it. She's just a dog.
We're going to stay tuned. I'm going to go sit next to you. Can I steal your seat?
I need my seat, but you can sit next to me.
Wait, you want to take my job and send it back to the guys?
I'm down. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, no love. And speaking of no love, there is no love lost in this main event. Beatriz Ferreira taking on Maria Ferreira tonight for the IBF World Lightweight Championship. And once again, a commitment from MVP to the sport of women's boxing.
This is world-class sport at its peak. Witness football, volleyball, basketball and boxing. The biggest names, the biggest stages.
Brilliant finish!
The best in the world.
Got a lot to celebrate.
Unmissable.
This is off the scale.
This is where you watch.
Written in the stars.
DAZN is the global home of women's sport.
Folks, we are back here at the Caribe Royale Resort in Orlando, Florida, where our night is just now still getting started. We've had nasty performances to open up this card. We have a ton more for you. But before we get there, Sibley is once again standing by with a very special guest. Sibley, who do you got?
That's right. Ooh, listen, I don't even know how to make this introduction right now because I have watched you, the crowd, the fans have watched you, and you are holding that belt with so much pride. Tell the people who you are and what the title is right now.
Jasmine Artiga, the Animal Artiga, and this is a WBA world title. We've been working really hard for this, and I told you 2 years ago, I told you we were going to get this belt. For sure.
You did. I was actually back in your locker room when you said that to me, I believe, with your family back there. To know that you've got that, not only the belt, you have a day in your city in Tampa that is dedicated to you. You also got the key to the city, which is part of that. And I know other things have come from this win of this belt. What does that mean?
It means everything. You know, Tampa's never had a world champion, and I told you that. And I was going to be the first, and we did it. And it's huge. You know, my city behind me, you know, I'm a third-generation native Tampa-born Cuban from Tampa. So this is huge for the city. And mostly, it's really, the belt is a representation of who I am when it comes to giving back to the youth. And I've talked about it a lot, too, and I'm a very big advocate for the youth. And this is just a staple of letting them know, like, if you have dreams, follow them. Don't stop until you get there. And when you get there, it's just another mountain to climb.
Oh, absolutely. I just saw you out there. I was like, this is another level. We got to keep going now. But it's something great to be at right now and to continue going. You talk about the youth. Talk about women specifically, young girls, girls your age, women your age, who want to get into the sport or who can see themselves in you. Does that make a difference for you now?
It's huge, you know, just seeing young girls that are just like me. But the difference now is that we have the platform. And, you know, thanks to Jake Paul and Amanda Serrano and everybody who's advocating for women in boxing, it's huge for us because coming up, we had Layla Ali, we had a few others, but, like, we weren't on mainstream cards. So now this is just huge. And to be just a representation of women's boxing, you know, it's just, for me, it's a matter of doing the right thing always and showing the young girls that you can hold yourself to the highest standard and get the job done, you know what I mean? And don't sell yourself short doing it.
And manifestation is real. Think it, do it, put the work in.
Yes, but you have to put the work in. Number one, God can give you everything, all the tools, but if you don't put the work in, the discipline, the time, and the patience mainly. The main thing is patience in the game. But having all those ingredients will take you very, very far.
Absolutely. Check it out. This belt. You know I want to ask to hold it, right? Can we do this while we're here? Okay. Ooh, Lord.
It's heavy, isn't it?
She is heavy.
More to come, though.
Congratulations. Listen, do you want to say anything to the fans before we get out of here?
Yes, stay tuned. I will be making announcements in the coming weeks or so. We're looking at, you know, maybe end of the summer, but we're ready to defend the belt and, you know, tie up the division. Make sure 115 has a new sheriff in town, for sure.
Ooh, you heard it right here, Jasmine. Thank you so much. Congratulations on everything. Let's watch the rest of these fights. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sibley. And we have so many more great fights here in Orlando and here at the Caribe Royale. But coming up next, folks, our tale of the tape between Reina Tejas and Maria Salinas. Tejas, 14 years younger than Salinas, but possesses a 3.5 reach advantage. Tejas, a hot young prospect, looking to make her name in women's boxing. What happens? We're about to find out.
Our preliminary main event finds itself in the super bantamweight division. Making her way to the red corner from Saltillo, Mexico, Maria Bolborita Salinas.
44-fight veteran, 325 rounds. Maria Salinas made her debut all the way back in 2008, and I'm sure she has seen how far women's boxing has come from 2008 till now.
Most definitely.
A vet of the game. Much respect.
And her opponent making her way to the blue corner, fighting out of Vero Beach, Florida, by way of San Antonio, Texas, Reina Tejas.
On the other side of the spectrum here, 22 years old, Reina Tejas only has 49 rounds in her career. Undefeated fighter.
Got a big following here in Florida, Dan.
Yeah, despite, she was born here in Florida, lives in San Antonio, Texas. Good-looking prospect.
This preliminary card main event is set for 8 2-minute rounds in the super bantamweight division. It is brought to you by Event Ticket Center. Don't just watch it, experience it live. Fansly, the best 18 and over content creator site. Head on over to fansly.com/MVP for exclusive content. And Celsius Live Fit Essential Energy. Your judges are Harold Lewis Hunt Jr., Michelle Walker Serrano, and Tina Griffith. Your referee is Massimo Montanini. Future champions are created from the most valuable prospects. With that being said, let's meet our fighters. Fighting to my left in the red corner, wearing fuchsia with an official weight of 122.2 pounds and a record of 27 victories, 11 defeats, and 6 draws. 7 of those victories by knockout. From Saltillo, Mexico, Maria Bolborita Salinas. And her opponent fighting to my right in the blue corner, wearing orange and light blue, with an official weight of 123.4 pounds and a record of 11 victories, no defeats, 1 draw, and 5 of those victories by knockout. Fighting out of Vero Beach, Florida, by way of San Antonio, Texas, Reina Tejas.
Come on. Inside the roots, a bit of chat. Okay?
Folks, we are almost set to go for the main event of our preliminary card. 8 rounds, 2 minutes in the super bantamweight division. Reina Tejas looking to take that next step in her career. She takes on the veteran, Maria Salinas. This one's going to finish up our preliminary card. Here we go. Jab right away from Tejas. And Dan, when you look at these fights, we talked about it, 14 years the elder is Salinas. 44 fights. And on the other side, you have Tejas, a prospect. What do you expect to see out of Tejas taking on a veteran of so many fights?
She's got to be poised. She's got to fight her game. You know, fight your fight. Don't look in there, oh, my God, I'm going up against someone that has so much more experience than me. You just got to go in there and do your thing. And they're coming out with a nice pace.
We talk about 2 minutes in the women's side of the sport. You don't really have time to feel out a round. You kind of got to start getting going early, Antonio.
Yeah, I agree with that when you look at it from the minute and the times.
Ooh, look at that left hook.
You got to stay busy in 2 minutes.
You got to get going. You got to. And they both are so far.
Tejas just landed the best punch of the round so far. Quick, chopping left hook. They got the attention of Salinas.
There's a step-in right hook from Salinas. And we've seen orthodox and southpaw matchups almost the entirety of the card so far.
Yes, we have.
Getting a little bit of a treat there. We haven't seen those too many times here on Prospects.
Salinas switching from southpaw to orthodox. She's a little tricky in there. She's no experience.
I've turned around in the corner and done that. But
there's a nice left hand, but Tejas throws the uppercut to the body. There comes the veteran Salinas walking forward, looking for her offense as well.
First 2-minute round of the night, it startled me. So I'm used to 3 minutes.
Oh,
nice
big right hand there from Tejas.
Tejas won that round.
Some damage being thrown in that first one. No feeling out process, no time to waste. As Reina Tejas steps on the front foot, and I think takes that first round.
Most definitely.
I agree with you. I am the unofficial scorer tonight. 10-9.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Canobio card, baby.
We haven't gone to it yet, but we will. 10-9 for Tejas. You know, she came out, she landed the better, cleaner, harder shots. Salinas' game, though. You can see why she is a 44-fight veteran. Good footwork. Doesn't look like she's going to panic.
And why she's still fighting.
Right. She's getting up there in age.
A chopping left hand over the top there, but a counter right hand from Tejas.
36.
Ladies.
She's not old for life, but she's old for boxing.
Dan only says that because what are you walking around right now, Dan?
I'm 25 years old.
At about 10, we'll see. But you're right, though, Dan. She's been able to keep herself in this game for this long, and secure a record of 27-11-6 by being not only a veteran, very crafty, but understanding her spots, her moments. It seems like in that first round, the moments went to Tejas, but Dan Salinas turned around here in this second. Ooh, big left hand there from Salinas, but again, we get in these firefights, and it's a 50-50.
I don't know if Salinas wants to get into a firefight.
She just shook her head. She said, yeah, come on.
I think that might be her best chance, really.
She's shorter, her arms are shorter, and you can see in these exchanges.
Check left hook there for Tejas.
Tejas is getting the better of them. The end of those shots are finding Salinas, where Salinas' punches are coming up short.
Oh, see, Salinas is a very crafty, slick veteran, and she's going to time her. She's going to time her more times than not.
Right.
There's a right hand to the body from Tejas.
Like Tejas might throw 3 or 4 punch combinations, but Salinas is looking just to land one in between that.
Well, I mean, I would say just land one. What I'm looking at is the lady fighting. You feel me? She's showing the young lady that she can take it.
Right hand
but
for Tejas.
The youth is definitely getting the best of it. The youth is definitely getting the best of it.
Tejas a little bit faster to land those punches. A little quicker to the target. Both ladies landing here in this second round, but Tejas looking to be more effective again. Oh,
nice.
Lead hook there from Salinas.
Yeah, she came to fight. That's one thing you got to give her credit for. Salinas, even though, she has an upside-down record, she's facing an undefeated fighter. She's still putting out there. She's trying.
Yep, got that muscle memory, that right hand.
The right hook behind it is landing.
Another one.
From Salinas. And Tejas walking through it right now, but...
Good Salinas round.
She just got to be careful for the counter punch. That's it.
Yeah.
I think Salinas might have won this round.
She's chopping with the left hand, but to the body, Tejas goes right hand. Tejas. Here comes the combinations. And we're in a phone booth. Look at that. Forearm and
get
back to work. That was
Salinas
a fantastic round.
She may have not have won the round, Salinas, but she got herself back into the fight.
A fun second round there. And again, these 2-minute rounds are firing off. We get fireworks from the bell. Great job for both ladies.
As much as I want to see 3-minute rounds in women's boxing, sometimes 2-minute rounds, it makes sense for women's boxing. It's a more frantic pace, creates a little more fireworks.
I agree with you, and I believe the 3-minute round, it might be hard for them to keep that intensity up for 3 minutes.
You could do 3 minutes. It should be some discretion. Like, I know Amanda Serrano wants 3 minutes against Katie Taylor. Katie doesn't, because it suits Amanda way better than it does Katie. But a fight of that magnitude probably should be 3 minutes.
2.5?
Or 10 threes.
Or 10 threes, okay.
But am I saying, like, discretion, like, use common sense? I mean, those words aren't always used in boxing, common sense, discretion. But, you know, for this fight, it's 2-minute rounds, and, you know, that was a close, even round. Really hard to score 2-minute rounds, too.
And you're seeing both ladies land their backhand almost at will, with Salinas landing that chopping overhand, and you're seeing the straight right hand from Tejas as well. And there's another lead hook from Tejas. That's been there all night.
Tejas' left is nice, and she's landed it often. But Salinas' left, too, in that last round.
The difference right now, Antonio, it does feel like, is that Tejas is landing more combinations when we get into that 50-50 range. That seems like that's what's pushing her and letting her thrive in this fight.
I agree, and it seems like Salinas is just landing one punch at a time every now and again, even though you got to give an effort for trying.
Tejas is initiating these flurries, and she's landing the last shot of the flurries.
Beautiful left hook there from Tejas.
Yeah, the judges see that. Who lands the last shot of the combination of the flurry? And it's been Tejas.
Good combination by Tejas. Good combination.
To the body as well. Tejas is working upstairs and down. Oh,
ooh, nice. That hurt him.
A little bit of a right hand that shook up Salinas there, but then she goes right back to the wall.
Customer.
That was cool.
She's shuffling in there, showing footwork. She's like, I've done this 44 times.
My goodness. Right now she's taking some punishment, though. Tejas has been on target with a lot of shots this round.
Oh, she's picking up the intensity, getting a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, she's getting physical, too. She's kind of got one hand on the neck of Salinas.
She's framing, and Salinas still going with the uppercuts inside. Both these ladies want this fight.
Tejas is bigger of the two. Like, she should be more physical. She should do that in those exchanges, and when they're in the clinches, you know, use that physicality.
Straight left hand from Salinas.
Wear down the older fighter. Sorry, Wade.
No, all good, man. I like the analysis there from Dan Canobio.
Thank you. Be here all night.
As we head into the end of our third round here, both ladies landing some punches. Big right hand from Salinas, and then we have another flurry at the end of the round. No one willing to take back steps.
A lot of action.
Tejas won that round. Once again, Salinas said, I'm still in this fight.
But this is what you come here for, guys. Most Valuable Prospects, the matchmaking is always on point. We always get good fights, and these two ladies are bringing it just the same.
Yeah, a lot of heart, a lot of determination we're seeing. Tejas, the younger, you know, she's got
and to be
20-something rounds.
To be 40 years old, she's not even sitting down in the corner.
36.
That's what you call 36.
I don't want to age her too much.
Somebody said 40.
You don't want to age a woman, and you don't want to add extra years on to Salinas.
That's the last thing you want to do.
But Antonio, you're right. Salinas pops up about halfway through the break there and is standing on her feet, ready for this next round.
It's an old veteran move.
It's a tough one, too.
Psychological warfare.
Mind games.
Yeah, the mind games are crazy here. But again, you're seeing she's not here just to play part in this show. She wants this fight as well. And that's exactly, we talked about it in the first couple of fights here. That's exactly what you need as a prospect, someone that's willing to go in there and not just be there for the fight, but they want to win. That's going to make you better.
Come and challenge her.
And right now, Tejas is in front of probably her toughest challenge with Maria Salinas stalking forward here. It's a right hand from Tejas, though, in between.
You know what Salinas is doing is she's making Tejas think. Every time she goes in,
another right hand.
Every time Tejas goes in, she's making her think, like, I might get clipped with something, Salinas.
That's it. I like to see Tejas put the combination together like that. I think that would give her an advantage over the older, experienced veteran.
Throw those combos and then circle out.
Take a little power off.
Yep.
And get more speed.
Good footwork there from Tejas. She reverses and puts Salinas in the corner.
She got the best of that hook.
That left hook from Salinas is crafty.
Both ladies looking to fire off shots here, fighting in a phone booth.
No collect calls.
We ain't paying for long distance. We're going to stay right here and fight in this phone booth. And Tejas, once again, just goes right back to the well. Another right hand there. Oh, shot to the body. That may hurt.
Body shot. That's how you're going to slow down an older fighter.
But you see how she's loading up with the shot. Take a little power. Good 3-4 punch.
Left hook. And Selena's starting to slow down a bit here. She swings and misses.
That was close to an elbow.
They are going at an absolutely frantic pace, by the way.
They are for 2 minutes. For 2-minute rounds.
I'm telling you, these 2-minute rounds sometimes are bangers. These 2 minute
Oh,
fights.
another left hook, Tejas.
Great exchange.
Tejas just shoves her off and walks forward. Another body
that body shot hurt her. That body shot hurt her.
He's digging to the body of Tejas.
Oh!
And another one. Triple left hook to end the round. What a round.
Listen, the other round, Salinas did something at the end to, maybe I wouldn't say steal it, but get the attention of the judges. That was all Tejas to end that round.
For sure.
My goodness. Reina Tejas with seemingly unlimited gas tank in that round just went forward and could not be stopped.
But you're getting too loud and you're letting it get close to you. Just slow it down. Hit it. Once you hit it to that body, like he's saying, stop and sit and shorten that. That's what we got to do, right? Come on, baby. Come on, push yourself, champ. You got this. It's starting to hurt the body.
That's the body shot I thought got through clean. And she froze it right there. Look at that. She froze it.
And talk about that, Antonio. When you land one of those body shots and you see your opponent just stand there frozen, that's a difference maker. You've landed a ton of them in your career.
But you got to know when you hurt your opponent. That comes with experience. I think she knew she hurt her, but I don't think she knew she hurt her that bad.
Here we go.
Your corner told her to follow up. The corner picked up on it.
As we get into this 5th round, you see Tejas go directly to the body again. And I don't know how Reina Tejas' nickname is not the Tank. Because right now she is just all moving forward. Taking punishment in some cases, but also delivering it far more.
Not only moving forward with punches, but the shoves, the pushes, the physicality.
Oh, beautiful right hand.
It was a step over, counter right hand. Beautiful.
So nasty from Tejas.
Look at how she's throwing
and another one.
She's not loading up now. Just let them float.
Selena should maybe hold a little bit.
The timing on that
Another
counter
body shot.
was so fantastic.
Selena's not going to hold. She's going to throw punches.
I'll tell you what, Reina Tejas has got Antonio Tarver almost out of his seat over here. That's a compliment you can't really hand out too often.
Man, she's looking good in this round.
Oh, another left hook.
Now her timing is improving right now. She's not missing with a lot of those punches.
Selena hasn't taken a step back either.
She's
coming forward, throwing punches as well.
She'll get another phone call back, I promise.
Oh, absolutely.
Tejas continuing this offensive onslaught here in this round, but Selena's standing there and accepting the challenge. Right now accepting a bit of punishment as well.
I think she's looking for that knockout. She got 3 more rounds to get it. I think she's setting it up right now. Good hook.
Jab and then the left hook.
Nasty.
Come on.
I like that jab to the body. She's incorporated that this round.
Tejas with just over 20 seconds in this 5th round and a short left hook. It's landed at will.
Has an iron chin.
Oh, lead hand uppercut.
That's the combination. Let him go.
Iron chin on Salinas.
You hear the corner of Tejas say, don't rush it, don't rush it. They absolutely don't have to because she's landing everything. Another body shot. Oh, another big body shot. And I'll tell you this, another dominant round for Tejas, no question about it. The most reaction she's getting, champ, is out of the body work.
Yeah, the body work's working. The body work's working. If she can continue to do that, I think she'd take enough steam to get that stoppage.
Selena's offense has slowed down tremendously over the last 2 rounds. That's because Tejas is taking it out of her. Could be the beginning of the end if she really continues to go to the body. Tejas.
I bet she won't stand up this round.
Yeah. Not
Look
seeing
at that
no,
counter.
She's sitting down.
Come on, man.
Those punches are flush. Great timing.
And just being physical. In the pocket. Just, I'll put you wherever I want you. I'm going to hit you with punches, and I'm going to frame you and get off me again, and here we go.
That dog mentality.
Combinations. These are flush punches. Flush shots.
And, champ, how hard is that to drill into a fighter? Like, obviously, Tejas has that. That's innate. That dog ability. how hard is that for some people? They can be technically as great as you want them to be, but you can't push them over that edge. She's already got that.
Yeah, she got that, and that's something that she can always fall back on. You know, I say sometime in a boxing match, a fight always break out.
It's a jab right there from Tejas to start the round. And again, it's been violence personified through 6. There's a sneaky left hand from Salinas. Tejas got to be careful. Although it's been one-way traffic, Salinas still dangerous.
Oh, yeah, she's going to always try to set up a counter punch.
Some body work again from Tejas. Salinas comes back. A little bit of shoe shine in there.
Tejas is just taking the will away from Salinas. Like the fighting spirit of Salinas. It's still strong, but you can see it's decreasing round by round. And Tejas is just getting stronger and stronger round by round. That's a bad combination if you are Salinas.
Reina Tejas has landed so many left hooks in this fight, and there's another one.
I would say to the naked eye, she's probably landing 60% of her power shots.
She's picking it up right now, guys.
Salinas, though.
Hard as a rock, bro.
And it's also,
look at this. Salinas want to walk forward a little
still
bit.
coming forward, which is not surprised.
That's the heart of a champion right there.
And Antonio, when you have a fighter like that, Salinas in front of you, that seemingly you can't hurt her, is that something that is, you may have to hide a little bit of disparagement, like, man, what do I got to do?
It can discourage you sometime, but when you win in a fight like this, and, you clearly win in a fight, you're cool. You don't necessarily need to just keep doing what you're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
15 seconds left in this 6th round. Salinas tries to walk forward, eats an uppercut for her troubles, and a right hand.
There's 2 types of fighters. One you can make quit, one you have to knock out. Salinas is one of those.
Yep.
For real.
Woo-wee. Might have to nail her to the canvas.
Right.
Goodness gracious. Another jam-packed action round here.
How you feel?
In our preliminary main event.
Take a deep breath. Okay? Take another one to hold it. There you go. Okay, you're doing good. All right. All I want you to do is pick up that double jab, press the action, double up your shots, bend that knee, shoot that right hand right there, and then chop that left to that body.
Trying to listen into the corner there, Reina Tejas. They asked her how she felt. I couldn't hear her response, but you can definitely see we're into the later parts of the fight here, and for a prospect, this is where you start to figure some stuff out about yourself. Maybe you haven't been pushed to this degree yet. Again, Salinas has been game. She gets off the stool with time remaining still once again. Again, though, this is what you need. You find out what you're made of in these moments. It's been all one-way traffic from Tejas, but the game plan is obviously to finish the show here.
That's what we look for, like I say, these prospects to get the challenges that they need. So when they step up to contention, then they're ready. They've experienced it.
Yeah, you need all types of fights on the rise, right?
Most definitely.
Fighters that are just not going to quit, like Salinas. You need to fight movers. You need to fight heavy hand fighters. You need to fight a little bit of everything.
Other right hand on the counter there from Tejas.
I have Tejas winning every round, but she's learning something in each round. Mostly, how do I get a fighter out that has an iron chin and unbelievable will?
Chopping with the left hand. There's a nice sneaky lead hook from Salinas as well. We talked about the chin of Salinas, but you know what? Reina Tejas is taking some shots in this fight.
Good point, Wade.
She's been right there to answer with damage of her own. This has just been a gutter war between 2 game fighters. Salinas looking to now implement some of her offense on the front foot. Tejas slides around the outside. There was a chopping left hand. Referee got tangled up there for a second.
And you know what? Look like the prospect might be, taking this round off, just ain't exerting herself as much. You feel me? She probably feels like she got the fight in the bag. Now she's on her boxing.
Definitely won. She's won every round. But she has to know that, too. Maybe you can find one for Salinas. Do you like that when a fighter knows they're up and they kind of coast a little bit?
Oh, yeah. If you won the first 5 rounds, yeah. I wouldn't advise take a round off, but, she's thinking.
Right.
She's going to pick it back up.
Oh. I just always go to De La Hoya, Trinidad.
But she ain't running, though.
Right.
Yeah, that's a difference.
Big difference. That's the ultimate comparison.
Combinations from both ladies to end this round again.
Nice.
Popping right hand from Tejas. And another one. Now she's coming forward with big-time power, and they're going to swing to the end of the round again.
Salinas is smiling, guys. She's smiling on her way back to the corner.
Hey, that's what you call having fun, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Both ladies giving it their all in each and every round. We talked about Tejas potentially taking the first part of that round off. That wasn't the case in the last round. He said, let me go ahead and get back to what I'm doing. I think it was a little bit of, let me try something else. Let me try something a little different. But I'm going to get back to what I was doing.
That's another thing with 2-minute rounds is, you have time to do that. I mean, you can take the first minute off and know I only have to fight hard for one more minute rather than that extra minute.
Right here, she was feeling good right at the end of the round. Brought it. Landed about 3 power punches there right before the end of the round.
What a round. Salinas trying to put her glove back on there in between the rounds. She's throwing so hard, the glove's coming off.
Do you think the fight's over?
No, I think they were just readjusting there, trying to make sure. She's throwing that lead hand so much that the thing is falling off.
She was trying to get her hand all the way in there.
I'm about to prepare for this last round. You ain't even seen the power yet.
Right.
Last round here for Tejas and Salinas, and I have a feeling, gentlemen, it's going to be another swing fest. And, we talk about technique, we talk about ability and setting up your shots, but, Antonio, some of these fights just end up being, like you said, a fight.
Yeah, I mean, like, the heart right now is on display. You got a lady, a veteran that, probably is a 50-50 record, half her wins, but she's determined. Even though she's outclassed tonight, she's determined. Good hook.
And I think, to your point, Antonio, young fighters, they need these kind of fights. You need to figure out, which I don't think Reina Tejas had any question if she could fight this fight and dog it out. But you need to have these experiences where you can go and say, you know what, if I need it, it's there.
And you know what, when you see from a trainer's perspective, if my fighter's in a tough fight, she's going to fight. She ain't going to lay down. You need to know that ahead of time.
Absolutely. And again, we're right back in the pocket.
There we go.
This is how the fight started. Of course it's going to end. This is how the fight started.
Right hand from Tejas there. Backs up Salinas a bit. Now, Salinas may have felt something. She took a couple back steps there. It might have been the first time in the fight.
She felt something. She's going to take 3 seconds off and then start firing.
That's how you finish. This is how you finish.
Uppercuts and then shots to the body from Salinas. And Tejas comes back with an uppercut hook. Chopping right hand. And both fighters just acknowledge, yep, we know what's about to go down in these last 24. We talked about, potential performance of the night. Oh, big left hand there for Salinas. And a right hand.
And she waited all night for the perfect counter.
There it was.
Good gracious, what a fight.
What a fight indeed. We talked about performance with Chop Chop, but my goodness, we got fight of the night on our hands right now.
Split the bonus.
Oh my goodness, sweep to the A. What a performance from both ladies, but especially the young prospect in Reina Tejas. I'd love to get the numbers. It felt like they threw 1,000 punches in that fight.
Real.
Goodness. Wow. That's how you act like a main event, though. This is our preliminary card, but take every opportunity, especially with what MVP is doing in women's boxing. You never know whose eyes are on you. And speaking of that, Nakisa Badarian sitting ringside. You don't think he wants another prospect on the roster?
I saw him standing up, losing his mind a little bit, just like we all were.
Yeah, he enjoyed the fight.
But you're right, yeah, Salinas, I don't think she won the fight, but she should get another phone call. She could show up on a prospect card. She could show up anywhere. I mean, that's a great performance.
Absolutely. And again, speaking of commitment to women's boxing, our main event still to come tonight, folks. Beatriz Ferreira defends her IBF World Lightweight Championship against Maria Ines Ferreyra. Once again, it's Brazil versus Argentina. Do not miss it. Our main event still to come. I think that's the most important part of what we do here at Prospects is we give these young fighters and veterans, by the way, because we do see a lot of these matchups where it's, a veteran that's been in the game looking for maybe another fight, looking for what they can maybe revitalize their career. But we give two sides of the same coin an option. Perform in front of these people, under these bright lights, get a callback. Win a fight as a prospect in epic fashion, like we saw with Chop Chop, like we see here. and Nikisa Badarian or Jake Paul or whoever is watching, they're going to find a place for you, not only potentially on a card, but maybe with MVP.
Just move up the ranks. Go from prelim to main card of a prospect show, end up on a big Jake Paul pay-per-view. I mean, that's the pipeline. We've seen it happen to fighters, so it can happen.
It absolutely can, and I think we're ready for our official decision, so let's send it into the ring. Dasha Corrette.
After 8 full rounds, your 3 judges are in agreement. Your winner by unanimous decision, Reina Tellez.
There's your winner, Reina Tellez, once again getting it done. It looks like she's standing by with Sibley Scholes.
Reina, congratulations till the very end, holding it down here in the ring. How do you feel right now? I know it's a lot to take in.
No, I feel great. You know, a new team, and I was able to showcase my skills on this platform after a 7-month layoff, and I'm extremely grateful for my team, my family, and supporters that had came out, and Box Lab MVP for letting me get a platform to show my skills.
You mentioned Box Lab. That was a recent signing back in March. I know you posted about that. Knowing that now, that team that you have that you just mentioned, where do you see things moving forward?
I see things moving fast and as quick as possible. You know, they're very supportive, and I know that they're gonna do everything they can to take me to where I need to be.
Now, I'm out of breath walking up here. You're just fine right now talking. You just threw all those punches to the body, by the way, while that was happening in one of those rounds. Antonio Tarver could not stop. He was out of his seat, and he also said, just let him flow, let him flow. When you hear someone accomplish like that, what he's done in his career, to watch and take notice, what does that mean to you?
It's more motivation, you know, having somebody like that and the experience they have and the platform they've even been on to be able to, you know, give me that from the sidelines, I was extremely grateful for that.
You want to say hi to anybody?
Everybody I know here is here, and I'm extremely grateful, and I feel all the love from the people who just found out about me and the people who haven't been able to come to my fights in so long. They're here now, and you know, I'm just overall happy and excited to see where my career goes now.
We're excited. We're going to keep watching. Give it up, Orlando, for Reina Tellez.
Thank you.
Your winner, Reina Tellez. Fantastic performance. She's thrown more punches in one fight than I will ever throw in my entire life. Confirmed. And again, just a fantastic fight to end off our prelims, gentlemen.
Yeah, I loved it. I kind of wanted to hear from Salinas, too, because she is
dog
made of
absolute dog.
Cement.
But listen, gentlemen, that's the main event of our prelims. We still have more to come here. Our main card about to get underway in just a bit, starting with a 6-round super welterweight matchup between Travius Ingram and Sona Akale. Then we move to the bantamweight women's division for Bree Bam Bam Howling as she takes on Naomi Cardenas. Those are 2 undefeated fighters, folks. Stay tuned. And then our co-main event, Brazilian standout Luan Medeiros takes on the returning Crescent City's own superstar here in Florida, Tony Aguilar. And then our main event, we've been talking about it. You folks don't want to miss it. It's 10 rounds in the lightweight division for the IBF world title between Beatriz Ferreira and Maria Ferreira. That's still to come. But once again, standing by is Sibley Scholes with a special guest.
That's right, guys. I am backstage right now with Thiago. You have been sitting there watching from the booth. You are handling and holding it down for the Brazilian representation tonight and talking to the fans out there. What have you seen so far that you've liked out in that ring?
Oh my goodness, that last fight was amazing. Maria Salinas and Reina Tellez, what an amazing fight. We had great fights so far. I'm looking forward to the main event because, you know, it's a championship. Beatriz Ferreira, the beast, undefeated. I'm looking forward for that fight.
Yeah, that belt is on the line. It's going to be a good one.
And it's a good rivalry between Brazil and Argentina, a classic rivalry that we have in soccer. And let's see if it translates to boxing as well.
I was going to say, I've been reading up about it, obviously, like you said, soccer. How much of an impact will that be if we can see that happen in this boxing ring?
As I said, I don't know if it translates to boxing. And soccer, we have this great rivalry. I hope it translates because a good rivalry, some bad blood in boxing is also good.
It's always fun.
It's always fun. And as a Brazilian, it's always good to see our Argentina lose. I'm sorry.
Well, there you have it. I mean, that's all you got to say. Let's talk about the co-main event real quickly. Again, another Brazilian getting in the ring. We've got a Floridian that we know and love too here, Tony Aguilar, getting up against Luan. How do we see that playing out?
It's funny because people were saying, like, I don't see what's about Luan. When you see on paper, he has 5 fights. He hasn't faced anyone as big as Tony. But let me tell you something. The kid has knockout power. Tony is experienced. He's a very strong fighter. He's a very, how can I say that? He controls the fight very well. But Luan has some knockout power. In my point of view, in my perspective, this is the best pick for fight of the night.
We're looking forward to both. Thank you, Tiago. I'll see you out there. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sibley. And gentlemen, I just want to go back really quickly and talk about one of the craziest highlights I think I've ever seen live. Look at this shot from Alexis Chop Chop Chaparro. Massive punches in bunches, and goodness gracious, I'll say it respectfully, I'm glad that we had the doctor in the ring, because Antonio Tarver himself was going absolutely insane. We all were. My headset almost came off. The table almost got flipped. Dan was checking on his water. Insane. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I mean, Antonio, the people are watching like, what do we do about something like that? Again, it's just passion, man.
Man, like I said, it's just the way the combinations came together. All the punches landed flush, and the way he just collapsed on the rope. It was beautiful.
It was.
What you saw right there is what I've seen next to you for the first couple fights. It's just he's in there, he's throwing punches with them, he's looking at the corners. And I can't wait to see how this main card's going to go, too.
Speaking of the main card, folks, we still have our main event to come. Do not miss the IBF World Lightweight Championship on the line between Beatriz Ferreira as she takes on the challenge for Maria Ines Ferreyra. That's still to come on our main card. Don't miss it. We'll be right back.